Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am your host, Data T, and this is my channel, The Good Guys. Guys, today's story comes out of Alabama, Mobile, Alabama. Title reads, "Man shot to death at Mobile Club was the aggressor," the district attorney says. Now, before we get into today's story, if you guys wouldn't mind, leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing. Let's dive into today's story.
Investigators now say a deadly shooting from over the weekend at a nightclub on Navco was in self-defense.
Police say the shooting happened outside the club, but four others who were inside the club were hit when bullets went through the wall. Our Brendan Kirby is standing by with the latest information.
Brendan, you just spoke with the Mobile County DA.
I did, Lenise and Cameron. He says that this will be presented to a grand jury. That's standard. But he says the investigation suggests that the homicide victim started all this. When police responded to an emergency call Saturday at a Navco Road nightclub, they found 56-year-old Roderick Williams dead in the parking lot. Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says it appears Williams was the aggressor.
I believe that there was some kind of disagreement that sparked all of this. Our deceased individual, unfortunately, it appears he made some really bad decisions and suffered the consequences of those decisions.
The club is gone by.
Okay, so already we see that this has been labeled a self-defense shooting. Unfortunately, this 56-year-old man has lost his life, and he's been labeled the aggressor. Now, our self-defender has been able to successfully protect himself, but what I wonder about are the rounds. The rounds that went through the club and hit those people. Were they the rounds of the aggressor? Were these the rounds of the self-defender? If they're for the self-defender, he's going to have more to answer. Because, unfortunately, every round that leaves your gun, you are responsible for. So, let's see.
Several names over the years. It was Curtis's at one point, and Mobile police initially identified it as Celebrity Lounge following Saturday's shooting. But the DA's office says the most recent name is Michael's Lounge. DA Blackwood says the investigation suggests that Williams was causing a disturbance and then pulled a weapon.
There were two shooters, I believe. One person obviously shot first, and fire was returned at that point.
The others who were rushed to a hospital, DA Blackwood says, were innocent victims caught in the middle.
And I still don't have all of the facts and circumstances surrounding that, but I know that Mobile Police Department is turning all of that over to us.
Investigation of homicide.
Okay, let's do this. So we have to say this, and you all know this, but when you carry a firearm, you have to be cooler than everybody else. You cannot be a hothead. In my opinion, definitely he probably shot first. Obviously there are some people that can get the jump and have, a sub-second draw. I don't believe that's the case in this case. If he's going to shoot first, obviously it's going to be ruled a self-defense. Now, it means he's reckless and he didn't care about anybody else but himself and the victims. And that's why they were shot. Initially, definitely, like I said, they'll have an investigation on where the rounds and where they came from, what gun they came from. But this is 100% on him, and he paid the price. We're not celebrating his death, but we will absolutely celebrate the ability to protect yourself. Let's finish it out.
It's typically continued for months afterwards, sometimes even until shortly before a grand jury convenes. DA Blackwood says a grand jury will review all of that evidence, and if investigators uncover new information, the grand jury has the discretion to indict. I mentioned that the DA's office says the most recent name of the club is Michael's Lounge, but a post on Facebook, the Facebook page of Points' Lounge identifies that as the name of the club. They say that they are cooperating fully with the investigation and reviewing safety protocols. Reporting live in the News Center, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.
Okay, well, if we got to sum it up, okay, if we sum it up in one word, that one word would be stupid, okay? Just stupid. There was no reason for this. And for this 56-year-old man to be laid out, you know, what are you doing at 56 years old at with an altercation at a club? I expect that from young men, but not someone who's approaching 60 years old. This is terrible. It's just, in a word, sometimes I can't believe some of this stuff that happens, but obviously we see some of this stuff every day, so it's obviously it's true. Okay, and it's sad. So I salute the self-defender, and that self-defender, he is the good guy.